I went to the first World Championship Qualifier in the US for Altered, and this is how it went. Hey, yo, what up? Tomorrow is my flight to Dallas for QuakeCon. So I am just going through and making sure that I have everything that I need. I did get a new unique. It's actually a little foiled Baba Yaga. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see. But I'm just gonna make sure this deck list matches what the website says so I don't have to worry about anything come time for the tournament. Looks like that was the only change since last time I played this. I am bougie and I've got the acrylic, standees for the tumults, and I've got the acrylic pieces. I'm scared these are all just gonna fall out if I tip them over, but I have like the acrylic markers, and someone 3D printed me this little container for them, which is pretty handy. Highly recommend. So you don't have to just dig through your box to try and get the marker that you need. In my Lindaway video, I mentioned that I'll probably play this at Worlds, and I got some comments from people saying that it's not likely to win, or they don't think it's good enough. And I, agree with them. I think Afanis is better, Sigismar is better. But, this is what I played the most. And even though it's maybe not the best, I'm gonna play what I think is fun and good. I'm just gonna go and have a good time, no expectations. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. I've seen a few people comment and say that they'll be there, so I'm excited. Hey, yo, what up? Just made it to the airport. I was looking last night to see how many people have registered. There were only 59 people last night when I checked. So I'm hoping that this pool of players is gonna be challenging, but at least give me a good shot at winning. So, like I said, I'm at the airport, so sorry for all the ambient noise. But I will check in with you guys when we get to Dallas. So I'll see you soon. Hey, yo, what up? Just landed in Dallas. It's me again, of course. We're currently waiting on our friend who is joining us in just a few minutes when he gets off his plane. And I discovered before we left that I needed to apparently respond to an email with my deck list, but I didn't actually get that email. I checked on Melee GG, and this is where I saw that message. So I brought it up in the AWOL Discord server and found out that there was an email that went out, that it didn't go to everyone. And so they sent me a link to another Discord. The Dallas World Championship Qualifier has their own communication Discord. So I joined that Discord, and I now have email, Melee GG, and another Discord to keep an eye out for, which is not really ideal. I don't want to have to miss more things potentially by looking in all three places, but that's what's going on. It looks like we're going to have roughly 60 people here, so that's exciting. And that's a quick update. We're going to head to the Airbnb, and then I will talk to you again soon. Good morning. It's about 8:45 a.m. This is the morning of the WCQ. We got into Dallas yesterday and went to the convention center. They were hosting an Altered tournament there. Only about 18 people showed up, but that was still probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Altered event I've competed in. It was a bit of a warm-up for today. I started that tournament last night 0-2 and then went 2-2, so maybe a bit of foreshadowing on how I'll perform today, but in case that is true, then maybe I will just be mentally prepared for 0-2 drop this morning. We're expecting, I think I've already said this, about 60 players today, and maybe some more additional will sign up today and show up. And last night when we went to the convention center, I forgot the magnetic piece that actually connects my phone to this gimbal that I'm using. So I didn't actually get a chance to take any videos or pictures using the gimbal. I took some by hand, but man, they are not great. So I'm excited to actually bring all of my equipment today, but I'm not actually sure how much time I'll have to take videos in between these rounds. They're expecting it to go from 10 a.m. to roughly 10 p.m. by the time you cut. I think they're expecting 7 rounds and then 8th round cut to top 8. They have a whole feature match area and commentators, and it looks like they're going to be streaming it. So it should be fun, and I will catch up with you at the convention. Hey, yo, what up? Me again. I am at the convention center. We just wrapped up round 2. So I lost round 1 to Kojo and Buddha. My opponent was great, really good player. They had a really good deck. So I lost round 1 to Kojo and Buddha. Round 2, I am playing against a person who did not show up, sadly, so I did not get to play a second round. Got a free win, a bye, if you will. I heard that there was actually an issue with security here, and they were not letting anyone in. So several people that signed up for this World Championship Qualifier did not actually get to come in and play round 1 and 2, and will likely get dropped. And that is a huge bummer, because I think many of these people traveled. Most of my opponents that I played against have traveled to come to this tournament, including myself. And I cannot imagine how crushing that must be to not get to play in this World Championship Qualifier that you've come all this way for. So on one hand, you know, it's great that I get a round 2 win, of course, but I feel so bad for my opponent. Like, I can't imagine being in that situation. It must be absolutely terrible. So in any case, that's a quick update for me after round 2, and I will see you soon. Hey, yo, what up? Tournament just wrapped all 7 rounds. They're now cutting to top 8. Sadly, I finished in the top 32. I made 27th. I went 4-3. My final round was actually against another Lindaway, so a Lindaway mirror match to determine if I made it into top 32, so that was cool. The winning stuff was really neat. We got some foil tumults, which I will post screenshots of or pictures of here so you can see. We also got some like World's foil heroes, and I got Tasia and Subosh, which I'll also put up on the screen. My friend who came with us actually got 2 Lindaway, so I got my hands on a Lindaway, which I'm very excited for. I traveled with 3 other people to come and play, and all 3 of us went 4-3, which is kind of vindicating, you know, in some way. One person was playing a Faunus, one person was playing Sigismar, a Finn, and a Lindaway, and we all go 4-3 at the end of the day. So I got to meet most of the other content creators that I've seen. Trickster is here, Elio is here. We've all chatted and had a good time. I'm hoping that I get a chance to connect with them a little bit more, but that's a quick update after 7 rounds. We've been doing this for about 6 hours, and I will see you soon. Just wanted to jump in between these updates. I didn't actually mention how most of my matches went. I just talked about a handful of them, so I'll just give you a quick breakdown of what happened. In round 1, I mentioned that I lost to Kojo. That player actually went on to top 8 to be one of the 3 Kojo players in the top 8. Which is awesome. I don't feel so bad about losing that first round. That player was great. With some of the most cracked uniques I've ever seen, by the way. In round 2, I actually beat my opponent so bad that they didn't play the rest of the tournament. That's a joke. If you saw the update, my round 2 opponent didn't show up. Round 3, I played against a big mana Tasia list, trying to go all in on Hydrocanas and things like that. That one came down to a pretty close game. I ended up winning with a Blizzard, getting rid of a Hydrocana and another thing in an expedition, and that sealed the game. Round 4, I played against a Traced. At this point, I was 2-1, so I was feeling good going into this. This Trace player was really good. They had just beat one of my friends, Ryan, that I went with the previous round. So I played against the Traced, and it was a close game, but I ended up losing to Avalanche, which Lindaway pretty poorly positioned against. Avalanche, really good at hitting Maw, Jellyfish, Chrysalis. A bunch of things have low mountain stats, so Avalanche absolutely crushed me and sealed the game for that Trace player. In the next round, I played against a Faunus, and that match was going reasonably well for me, but I certainly was not playing around the Hunger, which they slammed as soon as they could. The Hunger annihilated me. I got rid of 4 or 5 cards, and it was just game over from then on. I was just so low on resources, and might as well have just conceded at that point. So at this point in the tournament, I was 2-3, and not feeling so great. Obviously, I was not going to make top 8 at this point. But I decided to play it out. I was here to play the tournament, get some practice in, play some more Lindaway. In the next match, I actually played against a goal rang list. And this was a pretty unconventional goal rang list. There were things like Ortis Crier in that deck that I remember seeing. And it was a close game. We ended up being 1 expedition away, both of us, at the end of the game. I don't remember exactly how I sealed it out, but I finished that game, I think with a Blizzard, I'm not sure. Ended up winning that game against Goalring and went on 3-3 to the last match of the tournament, which was a Lindaway mirror match. I haven't played many Lindaway mirror matches, but it was really interesting. It turned into a Baba's Isba sacrifice after you dance. My opponent had 1 card in hand for multiple turns with 2 mana up, so I kept playing around in Off You Go, trying not to expose my Maw. And then after the match, they ended up telling me it wasn't even Off You Go in their hand. So I was playing inoptimally a round in off you go that they didn't even have. It was a close game, but I squeaked it out. I was very happy to win that Lindaway mirror match. I think there were 4 or 5 Lindaway players at this tournament. And if you haven't seen the results, there was a Lindaway player in the top 8. Bummer that it wasn't me. Here's the top 8 breakdown in case you missed it. It was crazy to me to see half of the top 8 comprised of Bravos, 3 Kojo. Sadly, I'm eating my words about Sigismar making the top 8 and doing well in these WCQs. But maybe now that Afanis has actually been errated and that's in effect, we'll see more Sigismars? I'm not sure. Once all the rounds had wrapped up and everyone was finished besides the top 8, we actually had some time to go check out the cat cafe that was taking place at the convention. And in case you don't know, I have 2 cats of my own, Phoebe and Cole, who I absolutely love, I'm obsessed with, so you know I had to go check out this cat cafe. Enjoy this footage before I hit you with the last update when I got back from the WCQ. I'm back home finally. It is Monday after the WCQ. If I look tired and sound tired, it's because I am. I'm very exhausted. I had a great time over the weekend though. The convention was really cool. The venue is super awesome. We also got a chance to go check out the game store that hosted the event, the Common Ground Games game store. I met a bunch of the other Altered folks who were there at the WCQ. Simon, who is the organizer and the owner of the AWOL series, brought his cube that he had put together. The cube was really interesting. There were 8 of us exactly, so we got to play with the cube as it was designed. In Simon's cube, he's playing a mix of commons and rares and exactly 1 of each hero. So heroes are much higher pick than they would normally be in limited, like sealed or draft. So if you see a hero that you want, you should probably take it because you're not gonna see it again. It was a really high-powered, limited format and it was a blast to play. My voice is going out on me, so I'm gonna try and spend less time talking on camera than I normally would. But I did wanna say that the top 8, the deck lists have been posted finally, so go check those out. In case you missed it, there were a bunch of Bravos in this WCQ top 8, which is unlike the other WCQs that have happened. The finals were a Kojo mirror match, of all things. Anyway, I think that'll be it for me for now, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.